Welcome to Gentle Vinyasa Flow. I have a blanket today that I'm sitting on. I don't have to have a blanket, but we're doing some kneeling things, and so having a blanket to cushion the knees can be a good idea. Also have a chair I'm going to use for some variations of a revolved triangle, but you don't have to have a chair. There are always other options. We'll start seated today in Sukhasana, easy pose. Let's ground our hip bones into the floor evenly. Let's draw the navel in and up. Imagine pulling it up into the rib cage, lifting the sternum, pressing up through the crown of the head nice and tall, so very active in your torso. Let's roll the shoulders back and down. Imagine sliding your shoulder blades down to your back hip pockets. Rest our hands on our thighs, palms up or palms down. Sometimes they say palms down is grounding and palms up is to receive energy. I feel like grounding today. Closing our eyes, coming into the awareness of our breath. Noting the length of the inhales and the exhales. Beginning to equalize the inhales and the exhales. Now beginning to lengthen the exhales, little by little. Eventually, perhaps making our exhales about twice as long as our inhales. Just be aware of what happens to your abdomen as you exhale, as you press the air out. Let the belly expand when you inhale. And drawing in as you press the air out. Now returning to a normal breath, we can seal our lips. We'll focus on breathing in and out through the nose, perhaps creating a light constriction in the back of the throat for our Ujjayi breath, our ocean breath, just making that breath audible to yourself. If your eyes are closed, we can open them now. Let's just tip the right ear toward the right shoulder. Feel free to use the right hand for a gentle pull. Stretching the left side of the neck. Coming back to center. Tipping the left ear toward the left shoulder. Option to use the hand. Gentle pull. Opening the right side of the neck. Coming back to center. Now with lots of length in the back of the neck, we'll drop the chin to the chest, but we'll pull the back of the head up. So the neck is still long. We're not rounding the neck over. We're just tipping the head at the top of the spine to lower the chin toward the collarbone. We'll lift back up. Let's drop to the right, roll through the center, and then to the left, back through center, and right, center, left, center, and right. You'll notice that I don't roll back. That's deliberate. I don't want to compress those little intervertebral discs in your neck repeatedly. So that's not something that's unusual to do. It's just something that I don't happen to do to avoid a repeated pressure on the neck like that. You'll notice throughout class when I say we keep our gaze primarily forward or down, this is often to keep that neck in alignment because we don't want to constantly, I mean, we can do this movement. We We don't want to constantly put pressure on the back of the neck and tighten these muscles in the back of the neck. Breathe. Bring our fingertips down to the floor. Lift the sternum. Inhale, rising up, thumbs pointing back. Exhale, pressing down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. We're going to mix this up a little bit. Next time, just inhale the right arm straight up. Exhale it over. Inhale it up. Exhale it down. Now the left arm, inhale up. Exhale over. Inhale up. Exhale down. Right arm, inhale. Exhale. Expand here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Now mix it up again. Inhale, up, exhale, coming over. We're going to stay here. We're going to turn the chest up toward the ceiling a tiny bit more so we're opening the front of the body. We have an option here to slide this left hand farther out. Let's try to stay grounded in our hip bones here. We can drop to our elbow if we like. Again, still spiraling toward the ceiling. Opening up the right side body. Inhaling back to center. Exhaling down. Inhaling left arm up. Exhaling over. Staying here, breathing and sinking. Using inhales to expand the left side ribs, exhales to sink deeper. Option to slide that right hand farther out. Maybe drop to the elbow. Try to keep those sits bones grounded. Inhaling to rise up. Exhaling back down. Let's just swirl a little bit here. Just twirl the torso. Swing the arms behind and in front. Coming back to center. Let's switch the cross of our legs. Now sweeping the left hand behind us, propping ourselves up tall. If you want to make a fist here to do this, you can do that as well. Right hand to left leg. Inhale, pressing up through the crown of your head toward the sky. Exhaling, taking a gentle twist. Inhaling to extend up, exhaling to deepen the twist, perhaps looking over your shoulder. Have a few twists in store today. Not the M. Night Shyamalan twist, the yoga twist. Relax back to center. Let's take the right hand behind, propping ourselves up tall. Left hand, right leg, inhale up through the crown of the head. Exhale, take a twist. Inhale, lift, exhale, turn. Breathe and stretch. Now relaxing back to center. We're going to come onto our knees in a thunderbolt pose. So thunderbolt, as I am describing it today, knees are together, feet are together. We'll sit back on our heels, as opposed to hero pose where we sit between our legs. Here we're sitting on our legs. Now if you want to put something under your knees here, you could. We're not going to be here terribly long, so just do a chest expansion here. Roll the shoulders back, open the arms, turn the thumbs under, and then press back and imagine squeezing a beach ball behind your back, keeping that chest lifted and open. Exhale and inhale to press and squeeze, opening the front body. Your goal here is to feel the stretch across the front body as you squeeze that imaginary beach ball. Now we'll come up onto our knees for camel pose. Let's make fists and bring them onto our hip bones and back, at the very bottom of our backs. On the bone, not the fleshy part, but on the bone, on the hip bone. Inhale, lifting up, stacking the spine. Exhale, arching back for camel. Let's keep the hips pressing forward so we're not just leaning back like this, but we are lifting up and then arching back. So lifting, not leaning. If you have blocks and would like to deepen your stretch with blocks, you can do that if you can reach them. If you want to curl your toes under, tuck them under. can reach back, maybe one hand to one heel, maybe both hands. Keep pushing the hips forward. Your choice. I'm going to walk it back up. We're going to push back to a child's pose just briefly to release that back. And we'll come back up. All right. Let's come into a side plank modification that will move us toward a gate pose. So, grounding into the left knee for starters. Extending the right leg out, we're going to ground the right foot with the toes pointing forward. So try to really get that outside edge of your foot sealed down against the mat. Let's reach out with our warrior two arms. Slide out, try to bring that left arm down. That right arm can come up. It can also come over if you like. Try to spiral the chest up toward the ceiling. You can hang out here. We can lift and lower that leg a few times. Okay. Now as we inhale, we'll lift up, reach up, and pull yourself back up to your warrior arms. Option to flex this right foot if you want. You can keep it down if you like. I see it done both ways. Now sliding the ribs to the right, bringing the hand down to the shin, or the foot, the toe. Left arm up, open the chest. Option, take that arm out, spiraling the chest toward the ceiling for gate pose. Couple of breaths, expanding and sinking, inhaling and exhaling. Let's inhale back up. Come back to center. Let's bring the right knee in. We're grounding into the right knee this time. Sliding the left leg out. Left leg is straight and strong. The left foot is grounded. Think about that Pada Bandha, that foot lock on the floor. Open up. I'm going to slide to the right. Bring the right hand down. You can also still make a fist here. Anytime I tell you to put your hand down, it can always be a fist. Well, pretty much always. Spiraling the chest, reaching up or reaching over. Hanging out here. Or lifting and lowering. Inhaling to lift and rise. Option to flex that left foot, sliding the ribs to the left, grabbing the shin, the foot, the toe, reaching up or reaching over, spiraling the chest toward the ceiling, toward the sky. Gate pose. Breathe and sink. Inhale, lift. Back to center. Right leg out. Left arm down. Lift up. Shift to gate pose. Back to side plank. Back to gate. Back to side plank. Back to center. Left leg out. Side plank. Gate pose. Side plank. Gate pose. Side plank. Back to center. Let's come down to our hands and knees. We can still use our blanket if we want to. I like that side plank gait. It works your obliques. Get some core work in there. Hands and knees. Wrists under shoulders. Still can use fists for wrists. Knees under hips. Spine is long. Shoulder blades sliding down the back. Neck is long. Lots of space between the ears and shoulders, drawing the abs in. Inhale, lift. Cow pose. Exhale, scoop into cat. Inhale, lift to cow. Scoop to cat. Follow your own breath at your own pace. Let the inhale tell you when it's time to lift into cow. Let the exhale tell you, now scoop into cat. As you finish your next round, we'll come back to neutral spine. Slide the right foot back. We'll plant the ball of the foot. We'll rock on the ball of the foot. We'll loosen up that calf a little bit more. Now floating the right foot across the left foot, looking over the left shoulder, pressing the right hip out. We'll rock one kind of a diagonal here. Nice little side hip stretch. Floating the leg back out behind us, pressing out through the heel with a nice flex foot, a nice active leg. We can extend the left arm forward. We can hang out here for spinal balance. We can float back down to hands and knees. Now sliding that left foot back, curling the toes under. We're rocking the ball of the foot, loosening up. And then floating the left foot across the right foot, pressing the right hip out, pressing the left hip out this time, rocking on a diagonal. Nice gentle stretch for the left hip. And now floating that left foot out straight behind us, nice and active through the leg, pressing through the heel with a flexed foot, drawing the abs in, extending the right arm forward, spinal balance. Don't forget to engage that Uddiyana Bandha to help you with your spinal balance. It starts from the core and works out. Our stability starts from the core. Come back down to hands and knees. Let's inhale the right arm into the air. Exhale, sweeping it under. Inhale, lifting it up. Exhale, sweeping it under. Inhale, lifting. Exhaling, now we're threading the needle. We're reaching through, bringing that right shoulder down, the right temple down. The left hand, you just kind of hang out where it is, or you can press it more actively into the floor to deepen the twist. Another option for a different sensation is to slide your arm up, opening your side body. Just two different options. Do you want to deepen your twist, or do you want to open your side body today? Breathe. Let's bring that left hand back under the shoulder. And we're inhaling the right arm back up one last time. Exhaling it down to the mat. Take a breath. Check your stance. Draw the abs in. Inhaling, left arm up. Exhaling under. Inhaling to lift. Exhaling to reach through. This time, inhale, exhale, threading the needle, bringing the left shoulder down, the left temple down. Option to press into the right hand for a deeper twist, or option two, bend the arm forward to open the side body more. Your choice, whatever you feel like working on today. Now we're sliding the right hand back under the right shoulder, inhaling the left arm up, exhaling it back down. Bring our big toes together. You can keep your knees close or wide, whatever variation of child's pose you're feeling today. We'll sink the hips toward the heels, try to feel a traction in the lower back. You can slide the fingertips forward, let the head float down. Now, sliding the hands back in toward the knees, I begin to sit up. I'm going to rise to my kneeling position. I'm going to step my right foot forward, coming into Anjaneyasana Asana. So I'll be opening up my back hip here. So I need to find a length for my stance where I feel a little bit of stretch here. I'm going to roll my shoulders, interlace my fingers behind my back today. Push knuckles down. Lift arms up and sink forward for an Anjaneyasana, a little added shoulder rinse. Inhale, and try to sink deeper as you exhale. Couple breaths. Release, we'll press back, we'll flex the right foot. Inhale, lengthening the spine. Exhale, folding forward. If you've got blocks, you can put your blocks here. Keeping your spine long, holding your chest towards your thigh. Hanumanasana. A kneeling split. Inhale and exhale deeper. Remember, these poses and stretches in general should not be painful. Don't push yourself to the point where it hurts, but it can be mildly uncomfortable. So take it to the point where you feel the sensation, where you feel the work, and then breathe yourself into it. Maybe you get a little more range with your breath. You won't get the range from forcing it. You have to let your body melt and sink. Let's rise back up. Walk your hands to your thigh, coming back into Anjaneyasana. This time I'm going to sweep my arms up for an extended Anjaneyasana. I'm really pushing my hips forward and sort of downish to open up through here. This is where I want the sensation. Come back to Hanumanasana one more time, lengthen the spine. Hinging forward, inhale and exhale for that hamstring stretch. Now bringing that right leg back, you can step the left foot forward, finding an appropriate length for our Anjaneyasana. So you can either cheat your front foot further forward if you need to, or cheat your back knee further back, whichever works best for you. Now I'm rolling my shoulders. I'm going to do my shoulder rinse again on this side. It doesn't matter as far as which side I'm on, but just going to repeat the shoulder rinse. Palms together, pushing knuckles toward the floor, then lifting up, pressing chest out. Inhaling and exhaling to sink forward and down. Opening my hip, opening my front body. Breathe. Let's take about 3 more breaths here. Now we'll press back, flexing the foot, coming into Hanumanasana. Long spine, hinging the hips forward, hamstring stretch. Inhale and exhale, going a little bit deeper. Couple more breaths. Now sliding forward, walking up to the thigh, lifting the chest. Again, I'm doing extended version today, second time around. Still sinking forward and down. Couple more breaths. We'll press back, flex the foot. Inhale tall, exhale hinging forward, and breathe. Let's bring that left leg back. Let's curl our toes under. We'll push back onto the balls of our feet. And as we inhale, we'll straighten our legs, coming into forward fold. As we exhale, we'll just sink a little deeper. Your knees can remain soft. Your head can hang. We can grab opposite elbows with our hands. We can nod the head yes or shake the head no. To release the neck, we can sway the arms forward and back, side to side, circle, reverse directions if you want. Maybe make a little figure 8 with your elbows. Reverse directions. Let's release our fingertips down. We'll inhale, coming to a halfway lift, a flat back. We'll exhale and fold forward. Let's inhale and circle sweep our arms to rise all the way up. Let's step out to a wide stance now. With our feet turned out. And let's sort of think about getting our feet as far apart as our legs are long. It's kind of a starting point. Feet at about 45-degree angle, so that our knees point out towards our toes. Let's inhale to a star pose, nice and open. Lifting. Let's keep those fingers active, so it's not it's little bolts of energy shooting out of your hands. Inhale, expand, exhale. We're going to pivot to the right, come into a warrior two. So for warrior two, I'm going to bend my right knee. I want to get as close to a right angle as I can. When I look down, I just want to see my big toe. So my leg isn't too far in or too far out. Just see the big toe. This tells me that my knee lines up with my toes nicely. My back foot points perpendicular to my front foot. It's pointing to the edge of my mat here. My front heel more or less lines up with my back arch. Back leg is straight and strong. Back foot, Pada Bandha, seal it against the floor. Levelize the hips so you're not sideways or tilted forward. You're tucked under. Again, that Uddiyana Bandha. Reaching out through the arms, sinking, breathing. We're going to slide into a side angle now, bringing our forearm down to the thigh, and then sweeping the left arm either straight up or out to the side, reaching out through the side body. And now from here, I'm going to bring my left hand down to the inside of my right foot. I'm going to pivot my back heel into a lunge. I'm going to place my right hand outside. So here I am in a low lunge now. It's a crescent lunge with my supported crescent lunge. Grounding into my left hand, lengthening my spine, inhaling my right arm up into the air. I promised you twists today. Twisting lunge. Breathe. Bring it back down. Let's flow that. This is inhale and exhale. For 4, 3. You can really ground that left hand down. 2 and 1. Let's rise up in our lunge and open back up to our star pose. Inhale, really expand. Exhale, taking warrior two to the left side. Let's check ourselves. We want the heel lining up with the arch. We want to just see the big toe visible. We want this front knee as close to a right angle as we can get it. Back leg straight and strong. Hips level. Tuck it under. Reach out. Breathe. Hips sink. Torso rises. Dynamic tension in the spine. Let's drop the left arm to the thigh. The right arm can come straight up or out for side angle. Breathe. Now we're going to pivot and frame that left foot, pivoting the back heel into a lunge. Then inhaling the left arm up, hold for a few breaths. Keep the spine long. Lift the sternum. Relax it back down. Let's just flow that a few times in and up. Inhale to open. Exhale down. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's inhale and rise back up to star pose. Catch a breath. Quick drink. We're just going to run through those quickly. Star to warrior to side angle to twisting lunge. If you find you need to adjust the length of your stance throughout the flow, go right ahead. You might find that you're in a longer stance in lunge and a shorter stance in star. You find those little fixes, you make them. Not a problem. Inhale, star. Exhale, right side warrior two. Inhale, lift. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, supported lunge. Inhale, arm up. Exhale, arm down. Inhale all the way back to star. Exhale, left side warrior two. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, extend out. Exhale, frame the foot, load and lunge. Inhale, twisting. Exhale, down. Inhale, open all the way back up to star. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, tall. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, out through your fingertips. Exhale, frame the foot. Inhale, twist. Exhale, down. Inhale, star. Exhale, left side warrior two. Inhale, lift the upper body. Exhale, sink into side angle. Inhale, out through your fingertips. Exhale, framing your foot. Inhale, twist. Exhale, down. Inhale, back to star. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, tall. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, long. Exhale, frame the foot. Inhale, twist. Exhale, down. Inhale, back to star. Home stretch. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, tall. Exhale, side angle. Inhale through your fingertips. Exhale, frame the foot. Inhale, twist. Exhale, down. Inhale, back to star. Take a breath. Shake it out. Moving on. We have our chair still waiting for us. You're probably thinking, John, why do we have this stupid chair? We have the stupid chair because our next twist will be probably our most challenging, which is revolved triangle. So we're going to work on going from triangle to reverse triangle to revolved triangle. Let's just practice that. So I want to have my chair somewhat close to my foot so I can reach my chair when I need it. Got my same basic stance that I was using for my warrior two. Heel, arch, 1 foot forward, 1 foot out. Starting from triangle pose. Stacking the shoulders, opening the front body. Just finding length here. And then inhaling up to reverse triangle. Now, a couple of options here. You can keep the same feet. I like to pivot my left heel to line my feet up more like a pyramid pose so I can get my hips more square that direction, because that will help me with my twist. So that's an option I'm going to show you. If you want to keep your feet like this and try to twist, that's on you, but let's see what happens. So I'm going to pivot and hinge forward, and I'm going to bring option one. I'm going to bring my left arm down to the chair, and my right hand can reach up. That's an option. Another option, I can bring my left hand to my opposite shin and press my right hand into the chair to deepen my twist this way. Let's repeat that. You can either do left arm, so that's the side with the leg that's back. Remember, you're twisting toward your forward leg. Right arm will come up because the right leg is forward. Or I can ground the right hand and grab the shin with the left hand reaching over. Twist this way, pushing into my right hand. So those two options each give you half of the pose we're working toward. The hand to the shin is one half, the arm up is the other half. So if I don't use the chair, I can come down with the left hand to the right shin and open the right arm up. My revolved triangle. Come back to center and rise back up and switch my feet. So if you want to turn around here, the other side, use your chair. feel free. I'll just move my chair and show you the other side. So now I've got the right foot forward, the left foot turned out, heel to arch, triangle pose. Shoulders stacked, opening the chest, breathing and squeezing. I'm going to inhale to reverse triangle. When I exhale, I'm going to pivot my foot and hinge forward. So here's one option, right arm to chair, left arm up. Another option, right hand to left shin, left hand bounce into the chair, and I push with the left hand for the twist. Turning toward the front leg. Or right hand, left shin, left arm up. Let's bring it back down. Soften the front knee, step up, let's step the left foot back, coming into triangle, coming to reverse triangle, coming to your choice of revolve triangle. Stepping up, stepping the right foot back, coming into triangle, reversing triangle, revolving triangle. Stepping the right foot up, the left foot back, coming into triangle. Reversing the triangle. Revolving the triangle. Stepping up, last time, right foot back, sliding a triangle pose. Shoulders stacked, open the front body. Rise up to reverse your triangle. Then spin around, take an option for revolved triangle. Step up, rise. Take a breath. Let's come back to our wide stance. Let's come back to our star pose. Inhale, expand. Exhale for moonflowers flowing through goddess and back to star. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Let's take it to sunflowers. Inhale, open. Exhale, swoop down, scoop up the flowers in your arms. Let's alternate arms on top. Inhale, lift. Exhale, swoop and scoop. Alternating arms on top. For 4. For 3. For 2. For 1. Roll the shoulders back and sweep the arms behind us, interlacing fingers, pushing knuckles toward the floor. That same shoulder rinse we practiced in our Anjali Asana earlier. Lift the chest, hinge the hips, come down to flat back. You can reset the shoulders, you can lift the arms off your back. You can stay here with your head about level with your heart, or you can drop your head lower. Coming into a forward fold, a wide leg, wide stance, forward fold. Lifting arms toward the ceiling, squeezing shoulder blades together. Let's release our fingertips down to the floor and plant them under our shoulders, coming back to a flat back. Let's just sway our arms and trace a figure 8, one direction. Reverse the other direction. Coming back to center. Let's ground the right hand under the nose and sweep the left arm up. The long spine. Breathe. Relax it down, grounding the left hand under the nose, inhaling the right arm up, long spine. And back down. Right hand under the nose or right hand, left ankle. Inhale, lift. Deepening your twist. Option. It's an option. back to center. Left hand under your nose or left hand grabs your right ankle, inhaling right arm up. Long spine, twist. Relax it back down. Let's walk our hands over to the right foot, bend the right knee, flex the left foot, sink it to the right leg for Skandasana. If you want to lift your heel off the floor, you can do that as well. Let's come back to center, walking over to the left foot, grounding the foot, flexing the right foot. Option to lift that heel off the floor. Skandasana. Let's come back to center. Let's lengthen the spine so you're in a flat back position with a wide stance. Bring our hands to our hips and we'll rise up. Let's shake it out. Let's move down to the floor for some more stretching, moving toward our relaxation. Let's do a little back work first. Come down onto our bellies for locust pose. You can stack your hands or grab your elbows to rest your forehead. First round, legs together, we'll zip up the thighs. And we'll just float the legs off the floor just enough to engage the glutes and lower back. Breathe. Take about 3 breaths. Relax down. Next round, we'll lift the shoulders, arms, and head just enough to engage the muscles of the back. So inhale, lift, and hold. Breathe. Relax it back down. We have 2 more rounds. You can repeat just the legs, just the upper body for those 2 rounds if you like. You can repeat either one for both rounds if you like, or you can do both together for both rounds. Lots of options. Inhale, lift, whatever you want to lift. Again, not asking you to hyperextend, not asking you to lift as high as you can, asking you to engage those muscles, just building some strength without pinching the back. Relaxing back down. If you opted to lift both, another option is to use that chest expansion we practiced earlier in class. When we grab that beach ball behind our back and squeeze our shoulder blades together, inhale and lift. Exhale, relax back down. Let's slide our elbows forward under our shoulders. For Sphinx, we can have our forearms parallel, and we can interlace our fingers if we prefer. Letting the hips sink and melt into the floor. Letting the abdominals and lower back relax. We're pressing into our elbows. We're lifting the chest, shining the chest forward, trying to use our upper body strength to pull our rib cage away from our hips, pelvis, just opening up and stretching. But please do not use the muscles of your lower back for this. Use your upper body, your arms, your shoulders, your chest to pull forward. Keep the back relaxed. Keep the belly relaxed. Feel a stretch. Now we'll slide our hands forward. We'll ground into our palms for seal pose. So we'll press into our hands. Use the strength of our arms. Just prop ourselves up here. Let the belly melt. Let the spine melt. Still shining the chest forward. Now we can slide our hands back under and push ourselves up and back. This time we'll do our child's pose with the knees wide, sinking the hips, sliding forward. Tractioning the spine gently. Walking our hands to the left side of the mat with an option to stack the right hand on top of the left hand. Inhaling to expand the right side body. Exhaling to sink the right hip down toward the right heel. Breathing and sinking, expanding and sinking. Walking our hands back to shoulder width, settling in, trying to find the length in the spine once again, trying to follow our breath. Inhale and exhale, walking our hands to the right side of the mat, option to place the left hand on top of the right hand. Inhaling, we're expanding our left side body, and exhaling, we're sinking our left hip down toward our left heel. Breathe, sink, expand. Bringing our hands back to shoulder width. We'll just settle in for a couple more breaths here. Let's lift our hips up. Slide our knees in so our hip width space apart. Slide our hands forward and bring the forehead down for puppy pose. Let's walk ourselves back up. Let's drop to one hip and come to a seated position. Let's do a couple quick hamstring stretches. Extending the right leg out, left foot to right thigh. Let's turn to face the right foot, stack the spine tall. If you have a strap you want to use, you can wrap it around the ball of your foot. Otherwise, extend the arms forward. Inhale tall, keeping the gaze forward. Exhale, pressing forward. Spine is long. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale and exhale, releasing forward and down. Grabbing the shin, the ankle, the foot, letting the head hang heavy. Maybe you can imagine drawing your breath all the way down to the hamstrings in the back of your right thigh. Letting those exhales take you a little deeper into your stretch. Rising back up. Bring the soles of our feet together for bound angle pose, Baddha Konasana. We can have our heels about the distance of one of our own feet from our torso. Inhaling tall, exhaling, we're folding forward, lengthening our spines, but shining the chest forward, trying to keep our gaze, for the most part, forward, so we don't round over. Maybe we can press our elbows against our inner thighs a little bit. Opening the hips. Rising back up, now extending the left leg out. Bringing the right foot to the left thigh, turning to face the left foot. And I should say, if you have your blanket, feel free to sit on your blanket for these stretches. Inhale tall, exhale using your strap or reaching forward with your gaze forward. Pressing forward, inhale, lengthening the spine, exhale, folding into it. Inhale, exhale, release and round over, letting the head hang. And as before, we can imagine drawing breath all the way down into our hamstrings, the back of the thigh. Sinking as we breathe. Rising back up. We can take any comfortable cross-leg position we like, or if we want more hip opening, we can try stacking the knee over the ankle over the knee. For pigeon, inhaling tall, exhaling, we can fold forward and slide our fingertips out. Another option would be to bring one leg forward for a half pigeon and the other leg back. The forward leg has the foot flexed, the back leg has the toenails down. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, sinking deeper. If you have blocks, you can rest on blocks. You can come to forearms, you can sink deeper still if you like, for either half pigeon or full pigeon. I'm going to switch either way. We'll switch sides either way. Come back to center. Whatever you're doing, we'll switch. If you're seated cross-legged, switch the cross of your legs. If you're doing full pigeon, switch the legs that are top and bottom. If you're doing half pigeon, on the other side, bring your foot across. Again, the forward leg, the toes point forward, the foot is flexed, the back leg, the toes are down. Inhale tall, exhale fold into it. Feel free to come to your forearms or blocks. These pigeon poses take time, so you want to breathe and relax into them, listening to your body as you sink deeper. We'll rise back up. Let's extend our legs. Shake them out. Let's slide our heels to the end of the mat. We're going to roll onto our backs. A couple ways you can get there. You can hang onto one leg and roll yourself down, holding the leg. You can stack your spine and extend your arms forward. Now, tucking the pelvis under, we scoop the abs and we roll down with control, one vertebra at a time. Now, however we get there, we'll draw the knees in. Each hand grabs a knee. We'll stir like egg beaters, one direction, and the other direction. Now, releasing the right leg out and down. Right hand grabbing the left knee, pulling the left leg across the body as we roll onto the right hip. Shoulder blades are grounded. Left arm comes out to the side. We're looking at our left hand for our gentle spinal twist. Breathing and melting, not forcing, not wrenching. Relaxing and melting. Coming back to center, we can hug both knees, holding legs in a circle 3 times one direction, and then reversing directions, and extending the left leg out, with the left hand pulling the right leg across the body, rolling onto the left hip, shoulder blades grounded, right arm reaching out to the side, turning to look at the right hand, breathing and melting, spinal twist. Coming back to center, you can hug the knees in, rock out the back. Now bringing in the arms between the knees and grabbing the arches of the feet. Bring the soles of the feet toward the ceiling as we're drawing the knees down toward the floor, trying to roll the entire spine down onto the floor so we can rock from side to side, massaging the back in happy baby. Coming back to stillness, releasing our legs out and down, letting our arms float down with our palms up. Gently closing our eyes, bringing awareness to your spine and your neck. Do you need to slide your hips or your shoulder blades or your head up or down to find a nicer length? Do you need to put a blanket under your head possibly, or a roll under your neck, or something to support your lower back? Whatever you want to do here to find as much comfort and ease as possible is fine. You might want to roll up a blanket under your knees as a bolster, for instance. Find whatever makes you feel supported and relaxed and calm. And let your body just melt down. So there's no effort. You can relax all those little muscles in your forehead and around your eyes. You can soften your jaw. Release your tongue. Relax your neck. Feel your shoulders and arms just melting into the floor. Feel your belly sinking in, your spine relaxing down, your hips grounding, thighs just relaxed, knees are soft. Your feet are just flopping out to the side. All you have to do is breathe and bring your awareness to that breath and just follow the inhale and the exhale of your breath, letting any other thoughts pass on through, following that breath and sinking into Shavasana. Whenever you're ready, we're deepening our breath. Perhaps rocking the head from side to side, wiggling fingers and toes, circling wrists and ankles one direction, then the other direction. Bending our knees, planting our feet a little wider than our hips so that we can sway the knees from side to side. Let them rise and fall. And eventually rolling on to one side, stacking one hip over the other, one shoulder over the other. And then pressing ourselves up, finding a comfortable seat. Rounding our sits bones, stacking the spine, bringing hands to heart center. Thank you for sharing this practice. Namaste.